Championship weekend continues here in Foxborough, Mass. on Sticky Bleachers. My name is Cory.
I'm Bob, excited to be here for this wicked awesome game. It's going to be great, Cory.
Oh, Bob, I hope that accent holds up the entire recording. Let's get things going here. Chris Boswell to kick it off to New England. So the big question here is Tom Brady going to be the icy manipulator that he has been throughout his entire playoff career?
Tommy Brady, the greatest quarterback ever?
Well, could be, Bob. Could be.
No, it wasn't a question. It was a statement.
Oh, was it? If I ask you a question, I'm going to ask you a question, all right?
Marky Mark over there. Marky Mark coming off his 17th movie he's done this year.
Yes, Marky
already
Mark.
In 2017.
In the house here today in Foxborough, admiring the longer than usual grass that they like to maintain here on the field.
Chris Hogan. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it anymore. All right. Anyway, Brady with the reception of Chris Hogan. LeGarrette Blount giving the stiff arm there, and he runs it in for the quick score. So
blunt force trauma.
Pittsburgh looks defeated already on the field here. So it's not a good sign for Pittsburgh. There,
yeah, right. The bruised and battered Ben Roethlisberger hasn't even stepped onto the turf yet, and Pittsburgh already looking like they've taken a pummeling.
They were huffing and puffing, so the Patriots coming out with the foot on the gas pedal there, Cory.
Right, and let's see if the Steelers can pick themselves up off the Boston barroom floor here.
It is sticky, so it is appropriate for our little broadcast. So
yes.
Le'Veon Bell, it's time to shine here, buddy.
Yep. We're talking about elite running backs in our previous game. That is the NFC Championship game, which you can check in our archives here on YouTube, Sticky Bleachers channel.
Yep. Roethlisberger with a nice bootleg, but he throws it into the stands there, Cory.
And Antonio Brown looks like he went to about the fourth row.
He's Facebook Living it there in the stadium.
Yeah. Yes. And that's not a place I would like to be. Here's Antonio Brown, though, with a deep reception. He is going to get corral, it looks like, at about the 13-yard line. Antonio Brown, yes, but it would be a dangerous proposition, Bob, as the visiting player to go into the stands here in Boston.
Yeah, and bust out the cell phone. Yeah, that's not an advisable thing to do for a visiting player. But Antonio Brown, he don't give a shit about anything, Cory.
Yeah, I know of Antonio Brown, man. He knows. Here's Le'Veon Bell. And boy, the defense here for New England looks like they have got him covered, Bob.
There's that bend don't break we were talking about last week. But there is a touchdown there for Ben Roethlisberger. It was complete to none other than Antonio Brown.
Who else? On the comeback route, he managed to get around the defense there and get into the end zone. So after the extra point, we are going to be knotted up at 7. So we've got ourselves a good one here in the AFC already, Bob.
Absolutely. Let's see how Pittsburgh's defense responds. New England had a couple of nice little stands there, but this Pittsburgh Steelers offense is pretty fun to watch there, Cory.
Yeah, and here comes Tommy, as you said.
Tommy Brady. Best quarterback ever. 7th round pick. Edelman with a nice reception.
They'll never let us forget that. Let us forget that.
And the mastermind behind it all, Bill Belichick.
Yes, the big sweatshirt.
The hoodie.
The hoodie. That was not a great.
You have to say everything twice.
I'll say it twice?
You have to say everything twice. Yep.
Okay, all right, because you don't catch it
just
the
to
first
emphasize
time.
It a little bit more.
Yep, all right, and blunt force trauma, not picking up much there on second down, so 3rd and 12 here. Tom going to have to go to the air. Pressure right in his face, and he is going to get Chris Hogan right up the middle.
Oh, and a nice reception there by Chris Hogan. They brought the pressure to Pittsburgh, but Brady got it off in time, as he is one to do.
Yeah, just like that, they are moving again in business into traffic, and that one is pulled down somehow by Danny Amendola, despite the fact that looked like he was in a bar brawl downfield.
It did, yeah. It looked like he was fighting for it. Comes up way with the reception, though, and LeGarrette Blount with a nice run, and he is going to take it in. So it looks like this is going to be LeGarrette Blount's day to be the New England Patriots running back. As last week, it was Dion Lewis.
There we go, and the Narragansett beer is flowing like wine in the stands here in Massachusetts.
Yes, you can see literally just raining down with that beer, Cory.
Yes. I see cans of Narragansett just in the air. And back in Pittsburgh, the Iron City beer is not being quaffed quite so heavily at this moment, although Marcus Wheaton could change that with a nice return.
It's being consumed in Pittsburgh.
It's being consumed, but it's not. The amount suddenly has dipped.
Oh, really? You think it dips? I think it goes up when they're down.
Maybe it's gone up. Well, it could be. Could be that it's
Drink
gone
away
up the
the
Iron
sorrows
City.
instead of, celebratory.
All right, second down. Measurements just short. Now, here's another one, Bob. Do they go downfield? Do they take a shot? 2nd and inches.
Well, when you have Le'Veon Bell as your running back, anytime he touches the ball, it could be a huge home run play. So
Okay.
I don't disagree with giving him that one on the 2nd and 1.
And they do pick up the first
He
with
could
it, as
bust
you
it.
said. And, wow, Roethlisberger evading pressure.
All day long. And incomplete
Oh.
pass, so good coverage downfield by the Patriots, even though they did bring the house there, Corey.
Yeah, and that was long coverage. So that's a big challenge when you usually have a breakout play like that. It's hard to maintain coverage for 4 or 5
Right.
seconds like that, but they did a really nice job holding them to it.
We'll have to check. Maybe the Patriots had 13 or 14 guys on the field.
Yep, and Nix picks up just enough for the first down. So Steelers still on a roll here, Bob.
Yeah, and if I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I got to be worried about our offensive line here. They're definitely allowing a lot of pressure there by the New England Patriots.
Yeah, Roosevelt Nix doing the Peterson tango almost picks up enough for the first down. So again, it's 2nd and inches, and let's see if they go to Le'Veon Bell again to pick up that first.
And they do go to him. He's caught in the backfield, though, for a 3-yard loss, Corey.
Ooh.
So 3rd down and 4 here. Got to take a shot. Don't forget about Antonio Brown, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, there we go. He's already been in the stands today, Facebook living. So
Yes. Roethlisberger, though, he says, don't forget about me. I still have legs.
somehow
I may not have a midsection anymore. It may be
Yes.
made out of Jello. But
I have cybernetic legs.
busting out the cricket legs from It's Always Sunny.
Yes. Now he does not quite. He doesn't have the targeting there because Marcus Wheaton was wide open in the corner of the end zone, and he just overthrew him. Just threw it way out of his range.
Le'Veon Bell saw some green there, and he went off to the races. So a nice little run there on 2nd down. 3rd down and 5, though, Corey.
Yep, and less than a minute and a half left to go in this one, and he puts it on the ground.
And it's recovered by New England. So in field goal range, looking to score are the Steelers, but Bell puts it on the ground. Has been a problem of his in the past, Corey.
Yep, and with a minute to go, that's a really bad time for that. They're going to sack Brady, so I think New England may be happy just to get into the locker room here up by 7 rather than tie game or just up by 4.
Right. But here's Blunt with a nice run. He's going to get out to the 26-yard line for the nice first down, and they're going
Yeah.
to call another timeout.
Well,
Maybe
I
take a
guess.
shot here, Corey. Try to get in field goal range.
New England not settling just to get into the locker room. Maybe they will try to get something going here. Here's Blunt again, though, on the ground. They do have 2 more timeouts. This is a long developing play, though. But
Power
hey,
run. Wow.
look at that.
Little beast mode action there. LeGarrette Blunt throwing people left and right.
Look at that.
And finally taken down. But that, unfortunately, is going to take us into halftime, so the Patriots can't put any points on the board.
And what I would have liked to see there, Bob, is maybe see him watch that clock a little bit as he's running, realizing he's
Right.
not going to get in the end zone. Maybe just drop and take a knee with about 5 seconds left, let his team call the timeout and get that field goal off. But as it stands, 14-7 here at halftime. What an exciting and fast-moving first half of football we've had.
Absolutely. You can see when Ben Roethlisberger is the leading rusher for the Steelers, something's not going right.
Yes. Let's see what kind of adjustments they make. While we're celebrating halftime here, let me shout out and thank Tech Monster, the programmer of the patch that we've been using all year long for our Tecmo Super Bowl simulations. You can find much more about that at tecmobowl.org. Also, do check out Tecmo Madison, the upcoming Tecmo Super Bowl National Championship at beautiful Madison, Wisconsin, the land between the lakes.
In March, there's no greater time to be there, Corey.
And Tecmo Madison has been doing a lot of exciting things, including, Bob, if you've not seen this, they've been breaking down how all of the plays work in Tecmo Super Bowl. The run 1,
really?
run 2. They've shown different and how the championship level players use those plays.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Maybe we'll have to send one of our correspondents up to this year and get some live action from the Tecmo Super Bowl championships.
Yes, and so just as we were talking about halftime adjustments for Pittsburgh, Bob, here's Le'Veon Bell. They had a very quick drive. We barely got a chance to talk about our halftime celebrations before they are celebrating in the end zone.
Well, I think Mike Tomlin gave him an earful there in the locker room. Not gonna come into Foxborough and be blown out by the Patriots. That's just not gonna happen.
Well, tie ball game after a very quick drive, so that one took less than 90 seconds off the clock here, so it's going to be New England's ball. Narragansett beer flowing again. Iron City beer also flowing back in Pittsburgh. So all is right with the world.
Steelers fans do travel well, so I do see some of that beer out there in the stands as well for you.
Yeah, and it's a long trip from Western PA out here to the New England area.
What else are you going to do?
Pennsylvania is a long state. To those of us who have made the trip through Pennsylvania on wheels, it is a big state.
And it's even longer to walk it.
Right,
and there's Tom Brady with the play action, and he tosses over the middle for Chris Hogan, but just out of reach for him. So we have 3rd down and 9 here. Let's see if the Steelers can make a stop here.
Yeah, pressure in his face again here. 2 plays in a row. This time it is complete to Hogan.
Tommy Brady.
Oh, boy.
Greatest quarterback ever.
He's back.
And again, over the middle, again, Steelers bring pressure. Brady just gets it out. And there's the pitch to Blunt. He runs into a wall, but he runs right through it for a nice 7-yard gain there on 1st down, Corey.
There we go. And you know what, Bob, I have to tell you, I always thought that the reports of New England fans were exaggerated until I ran into a real-life one in, if of all places, Bob, the bathroom at Disney World.
They are everywhere. They do travel. They do get out of Boston.
Yes, there we go. But I ran into a pack of guys with Tom Brady jerseys in a Disney World bathroom, and they were talking pretty much just like Bob was talking.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Except there was a few more F-bombs sprinkled in. We like to keep our broadcasts PG-13-ish, but these guys certainly were not. And at Disney World, of all places. It's supposed to be the happiest, most magical place on earth.
What's the effing problem?
And these guys were feeling quite magical, I think, at about 11 a.m.
They said be at Disney World?
There is, it costs about $12 a glass, and I don't think they have Narragansett down there.
Does it come in a Mickey Mouse mug?
You probably can get it in a Mickey Mouse mug. I am not sure. I hope Disney
what about
doesn't
Tom
come
Brady
after
mug?
me. I doubt they have
Brady
Tom
mug?
Brady mugs down there. Maybe you can get it in like a Peter Pan mug.
Nah. I want a wicked Tom Brady mug.
I will come to Disney World and I want a Tom Brady mug. See, now
Exactly.
That's Kennedy. That's too high class.
That is. It's too high class. You're talking too presidential.
Yeah, there we go. So, I can't do a Patriots fan. I can just do a bad Kennedy like Mayor Quimby from The Simpsons.
You just have to have a trigger word like Tom Brady. And that gets all the words going
just
now.
go right
Tom
back
Brady.
to it. There you go.
Tommy.
So Patriots up by 7 here, but Steelers again driving. So second half, really not much different than the first half. Both teams pushing down the field in a very physical and hard-fought game.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what we'd expect between these two teams. And Bell with a nice run. They're shedding tacklers into the stands with the first down. So we go into the fourth quarter, Corey. The Steelers down by 7, but they do have the ball and they are driving.
Yes, Roethlisberger back. It's going to be play action. He's again
avoiding.
Yeah.
Farvian throw across the field back to Bell, and Bell is off to the races and in for the touchdown. Bell saying, "Give me the dang ball."
What a play!
This game.
So we have the play action bootleg out to the strong side, and then back to Le'Veon Bell across his body to the weak side, who makes the grab. A couple of nice moves later, he is in the end zone, and we are tied up again, Bob.
Yep. Brett Favre watching this game in his wheelchair, saying, "I remember when I could do that."
Covered in armadillos.
Then it escapes him.
Here's Danny Amendola. He's got a nice return up to about the 25, another long developing play. So our back and forth game continues. Let's see if either one of these teams can make a strong stop.
Yeah, the Patriots doing a really nice job of mixing in the play action and the run down the field. So a little bit of everything here going on for the Patriots on the offensive side of the ball, Corey.
Yep, Amendola mixes in. He tries to do the Peterson tango, not able to hang on long enough to actually escape, but they do get the first down. Going to be 2nd and 10 here after the incomplete.
I don't think we've heard James Harrison enough today for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right you are, Bob. The longtime veteran has not had his hands around Tom Brady yet.
No. He king of the gym, James Harrison.
Yeah, not a single dirty hit have we seen from James Harrison.
It's not dirty when it's from James Harrison. It's not.
There we go. I guess point made, Bob. Point made.
Thank you.
There you go.
2nd down and 1 here. Brady with the handoff to Blunt. Of course, that's what you would do. He's been running like a madman. Has LeGarrette Blunt.
Yep.
Another timeout. Interesting use of the timeouts here for New England.
Yeah, it is a strange time to start calling those. At 1st and goal here, I wonder why they would need to call a timeout to get that one. And it is complete to Blunt in the end zone for the touchdown.
I think Tom Brady said, "You know what, LeGarrette, you're going to get all the touchdowns no matter what. Like, whether it's running or catching, I'll just give them all to you."
Garrett, you're going to get all the touchdowns no matter what.
Well, wouldn't that be something if Brady actually had the accent as well?
Well, Brady's got, I think he has kind of the Viggo Mortensen voice. Like, have you ever heard Viggo Mortensen from Lord of the Rings? He always has to talk like this because his real voice kind of sounds like this.
Nah. Well, like a Christian Bale Batman kind of voice to a lesser extent.
Yes. He's like, don't go about my horse. I
try not to listen to Tom Brady talk very much. But.
Yeah, well, I think that's good advice for most people, including Giselle. I think she says, Tom, be quiet, please.
She goes, nay. All right, Antonio Brown wide open off the 30-yard line. He picks it up, and he's going to be off to the races. Cory, a pack of Patriots there. Can't catch him.
Nope, so not going to catch him. Antonio Brown, I think, slowed up a little bit at the end. Go, come on, guys, come on, let's do it.
Yeah. Well, he Facebook lived him into the end zone.
There we go. Is that the new cell phone in the pad of the goalpost?
Yes, it might be.
The Facebook
Live.
Live.
The new 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, there we go. I think it would be worth buying 2 smartphones, buying 2 data plans, and sticking them in there just for one stunt. I think that would be truly legendary.
It would be the most famous Facebook Live video ever.
Yes. Oh, sure. Yeah.
It'd be like that stupid picture all those people took at the Oscars, the most famous selfie ever.
You mean the Ellen DeGeneres selfie?
Yeah.
That was a very popular picture. That was a very popular
It was.
photo.
Man, look at all those rich, famous people.
All those celebrities in one place.
Amazing.
Who knew it? Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, how'd they all get together? How'd they all fit in the camera? These questions, Wow.
I know, we'll never know. Here's Danny Amendola, though, complete down the field. He's into Steeler territory up to about the 41. So this game is showing no signs of slowing down, Bob, despite the fact that we've gone on to talking about Facebook Live and selfies at the Oscars.
Oh, all of it's tied together, Cory.
It's all there.
Gotta keep the ride going. As time expires, though, they can't get the field goal unit out there, so we have extra football here, folks.
And critical, Bob, that timeout called earlier in the second half could have been used for a long field goal attempt to try to win this one outright, so we're going to bonus football.
They are, yeah, and Patriots win the coin toss there, so they will take the ball. Yes. And Boswell with a short kickoff, again, giving the Patriots enough field position to maneuver, Cory.
Yep, and they're going to push down here, trying to get in a field goal range. I believe we're playing with old school rules here on our Tecmo Super Bowl simulation. So if this pass is complete, and it is to Julian Edelman, this could be a backbreaker, Bob.
Yep, it's Hayward gets down there for the tackle, but a huge reception there on the first play of overtime. And Patriots smell blood in the water. Yep,
and they're going to try to pick up a few more yards, maybe get in good position. And that's not going to do it. That's going to lose them a yard on the pitch back. I'm not sure I go to a pitch play there. A little bit riskier in terms of both losing yards and losing the football, possibly.
True. Blunt has been running the ball outstandingly, too. So.
And in 3rd and long, again, they go for the pitch play. Blunt is going to get positive yards. Is he going to get enough for the first down?
It's just short, so they'll bring out the field goal unit here. On 4th down, let's see if Gostkowski can send the Patriots to the Super Bowl, as he's done before in the past. Yes, our imaginary Super Bowl. No snow on the field this time, and it is through 31-28. And I believe... the traditional celebration there by Gostkowski. There it is. And that is going to be the end of our game here, 31-28. Look, our music comes back here for this one. This ROM hack has lost the music on some of the end parts, but I guess their flag on overtime victories is not blocking our music. So we get to jam a little bit, Bob. Absolutely. Always nice to hear the music back. Yeah. Great game by both teams. Really came down to the last second there. And you just got to tip your hat to the Patriots. Getting the job done as they are one to do. So Marky Mark and company are going to be heading to an imaginary Super Bowl. You can catch all of the postseason NFL action here in Sticky Bleachers. We've got our NFC Championship game from earlier today. Catch that if you haven't yet. We also have our alternate universe simulation playing through the playoffs all the way to the Super Bowl as if our regular season simulation had played through to its conclusion, if that makes sense. Those videos are publishing every week without commentary, so you can kind of follow our imaginary timeline. And then, of course, you can follow our real-life timeline as we go up to Super Bowl 51, I believe is the count now, Bob. Yep, the Lady Gaga Super Bowl. The Lady Gaga Bowl. That's how we'll start numbering our Super Bowls in the future. Yes. If you did like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Check out what else we have here on our channel. Lots of exciting sports stuff. Subscribe, leave us comments, get in touch on Twitter and Facebook, where we are Sticky Bleachers on both. For now, I am Cory, signing off. I'm Bob. We'll see you at the Super Bowl.